Imagine Apple's flagship iPhone suddenly costing $3,500. No, that's not sci-fi. It's the real nightmare Tim Cook is racing to avoid as Trump's tariffs loom. Today, we uncover Apple's secret Plan B, how a $2 billion iPhone airlift almost saved the day, and why even that may not be enough. Hey everyone, welcome back to Investing Element. And if you thought Apple's massive supply chain was bulletproof, think again. When Trump threatened 25% tariffs on every iPhone not made in the US, Tim Cook flipped to crisis mode. His Plan B? Shifting production to India and Vietnam overnight and literally airlifting $2 billion worth of phones into American ports. For years, Tim Cook quietly built a backup strategy. Diversify production away from China by shifting assembly to India and Vietnam, and even stockpiling devices before tariff deadlines. As one Yahoo Finance syndicated report explains, Apple ramped up Indian output so fast that suppliers Foxconn and Tata airlifted a record $2 billion worth of iPhones to U.S. ports in March, just weeks before Trump's Liberation Day tariff announcement. Cook believed that spreading manufacturing across multiple countries would shelter Apple from any new duties. And indeed, he won temporary exemptions by meeting directly with Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick and other White House officials, carefully choosing private diplomacy over public protest. As former Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross put it, Tim has a very good relationship with the president. He's not a public whiner. He comes with the real voice of reality. Yet Trump wasn't satisfied. At a business summit in Qatar, he reminded Cook,
But I said to Tim, look, we've treated you really good. We put up with all the plants that you built in China for years. Now you got to build us. We're not interested in you building in India.
And made clear that any iPhone not assembled on U.S. soil could still face steep tariffs. Meanwhile, experts warn there's no simple Plan C. Automating U.S. assembly lines is years away. Apple's CEO admits the necessary robotics don't yet exist. And moving hundreds of millions of iPhones at home could more than double costs, pushing retail prices past $3,500 each. So where does that leave Apple? Cook is now racing to balance three paths. Secure more long-term tariff exemptions through his White House connections, accelerate India and Vietnam output to build inventory buffers, and lay the groundwork for future U.S. production, even if it can't happen at scale for years. In other words, Plan B bought Apple some breathing room, but the reality of global supply chains and an unpredictable tariff hawk in the Oval Office means Cook still needs a Plan D, Plan E, and beyond. In Q2 2025, Apple reported revenue of $95.4 billion, up 5% year over year, and delivered $1.65 EPS, boosted by record services and a bold $100 billion buyback plan. Yet shares slid over % in after-hours trading when Cook warned a $900 million tariff hit could land in June. As of May 23rd, Apple stock dipped to $195.27, down about 20% for the year, and roughly 25% off its all-time high near $260, wiping out nearly $500 billion in market cap. That's the story of Apple's great tariff shuffle, a masterclass in supply chain agility, tempered by the hard limits of manufacturing logistics and political whim. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, share your thoughts below, and I'll see you next time in Investing Element.